classist barriers. Rest assured, this classroom is a hegemonic-free zone. What's most important to me is that you grapple with whatever ideas get put forth here, and you're not limited or reverential in your thinking. In other words, I want you to speak up. Don't be afraid to contradict me or to challenge the norms of the dominant culture. This may seem like just a lecture hall in a small New England college, but in fact, we are part of a very important and continuing movement. Okay, enough preaching. Here's the thing about King Lear. Goneril and Regan were right. King Lear was an old, foolish, narcissistic man whose personal tragedy was overrated, and his good daughter Cordelia was a masochistic sin.
Third is about a college professor named Laurie Jameson who came of age at the height of the feminist movement, and so all her ideas and the way she critically evaluates the world around her is through that lens of that radical feminism of the late 60s, early 70s. And she has a student who represents what she feels is what's wrong with the establishment, the conservative, in a class structure, privileged kind of a student.
Confused by anything that I said?
No.
Good, because I'm sure when your father and grandfather went to college here, King Lear was taught very differently.
I wouldn't know about that.
Would you like some additional reading on this subject? I would suggest Cynthia Carleton's wonderful book on cross-dressing in Shakespeare, and Kathleen McCluskey's essay, The Patriarchal Bard, as a start. Or you could read my recent book, Girls Will Be Boys. Are you an English major, Woody?
Sociology.
Good choice. Too many statistics for my taste, but at least you're tangling with the real world.
I want to be a sports agent. I'm doing independent work on the socioeconomic history of top-grossing athletes.
And how does Shakespeare fit into that?
I don't mind it. I did a few plays at Groton and I need some humanities credits.
Mr. Bull, this is a highly selective college. It's consistently ranked among the top 10 liberal arts schools in this country. The students here don't mind reading Shakespeare. I have a feeling they relish it.
But you just said that King Lear's tragedy was overrated.
An overrated masterpiece is still worthy of our attention.
I don't have a problem with that.
Good. I'm glad. Well, how can I help you today?
Well, the screening you assigned is on the 24th, and according to my wrestling schedule, I have an exhibition with Williams that day. I was wondering if I could rent the movie or something and catch it later?
First of all, you can't rent the movie or something. The movie is on loan to me from the BBC because my close friend John Plowman, whom I've known since I was at Oxford on a Fulbright, has loaned it to me. Your local Blockbuster does not carry Jonathan Miller's production of King Lear. And secondly, Mr. Bull, you're here to learn, not to wrestle. If you wanted to be a wrestler, then you should have gone on television in the middle of the night with those men in their underwear, dressed up like comic book characters, instead of enrolling in this top-ranked academic institution. What's his name, Hulk Hogan?
I don't do that kind of wrestling.
I'm sure you don't. People who are nicknamed Third never do that kind of wrestling.
Actually, I wrestle in the 140-pound category. And the reason I want to be a sports agent is I'm pretty good, but I'm a little too small to compete professionally. And Hulk Hogan is a joke.
His name is Whitson Bull III, and so given his name, that he is a third, she makes some assumptions about the type of family that he comes from, the financial background, and also what his political leanings might be, and how he evaluates the world. She just jumps to some conclusions and makes a journey throughout the play and discovers that maybe things aren't as they appear and that there's more to Whitson Bull III than she originally thought.
How do you draw the parallels between the concurrent streams of Whitson Bull, this administration, and the New York Times publishing in their marriage announcements the commitment ceremonies of gay men and women? I mean, I'm truly unable to put together these advances with this dangerously regressive climate. I know my thinking is all over the place, but that's why I come to see you, right?
Our purpose here is to pose for the alumni magazine with a football to keep alumni donating. And you all think we have the intellectual life of an underwear model.
No underwear! No underwear!
You know, I hear you guys saying all the time that You don't understand what's going on west of here. You know, in those states that show up red on election day in the heartland? Well, I can tell you that when a guy like me, a Midwesterner, an athlete, on the fence politically, comes to you looking for answers, I'm dismissed. Even before I ask the goddamn question. And from my point of view, that's how you lost